Unfortunately, they lost one of their key strengths and key pieces of the rotation, Justin Steele. So we learned before the game that Justin Steele, he is going to undergo, they're calling it reconstructive elbow surgery. So he did have Tommy John, this is Steele, back in 2017. They're not calling this Tommy John, but he is going to have surgery and miss the rest of the season. So this is really tough news for the Cubs because obviously Justin Steele is just so critical for this rotation, for this team, a leader, everything. He brings it all. And so, Ryan, just initial impression when you heard the news and then what it means for this team.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because it kind of threw you off guard a little bit because he threw 7 shutout innings. And
91 pitches.
And yeah, he had a little bit of elbow discomfort. But then initially, when I first heard it, it was like, okay, he said it was similar to last year, so I figured he might miss a month or something like that. But then once the MRI came back and we heard that he called Tommy Hotovy today telling him that he was going to have surgery, and that is just the worst case scenario that you want to hear. But you see the last 4 seasons with the Cubs, I mean, 449 innings, 82 starts, and you see that minuscule 3.18 ERA.
Yeah.
I mean, he is a guy that you are definitely going to miss in that starting rotation. And you saw it tonight, which it wasn't a bad thing. Those guys kept their pitch counts low.
True.
But at some point, it's going to come down to, hey, can Colin Ray be that guy that's going to step in that starting role and be able to go out there and give us multiple innings? Because we can't throw 7 guys every single night. And you talk about Javier Assad then being on the IL right now. Him going to make his first rehab start, I think, next Tuesday, but he's going to have to be stretched out and probably be another month. So it's going to take some time to figure this out. But what I saw from Colin Ray tonight, I really liked.
Yeah, and I think, to your point, like the whole focus, or what was highlighted a lot in spring training, the depth, the pitching depth, and this is exactly why. No, of course, you do not think you're going to lose Justin Steele for the entire season after a few starts, but you know injuries will happen. And so they created a situation where you have Jordan Wicks in AAA. Javier Assad, you're waiting for him to get healthy. You bring in Colin Ray. Cade Horton, at some point, I'm not saying he's in the factor right now, but if he continues to pitch well, that should, and you'd like him to be part of the depth. So I feel like this is where now the Cubs are going to be tested. You didn't want it this early on, but they tried to set themselves up where hopefully it doesn't mean, now snowball effect and everyone else is.
And Cade Horton being one of those guys who's top prospect, not on the 40-man yet, but middle of the season probably could put him on there to come up. But like you said, Jordan Wicks the other night threw 3 innings pitched. I mean, he's one of those guys where if you do have Colin Ray in there and you need to call up a guy to get multiple innings to come out of the bullpen, you can kind of do a combined game with those two to get 7 or 8 innings and then bring a Presley in at the end of the game. So I think it's going to be kind of touch and go here over the next couple weeks just to see where guys are. But if guys can come in out of the bullpen like they did tonight and keep their pitch counts low, those guys can still go in there and pitch again tomorrow.
And Jordan Wicks did have his best outing today, a save situation, 3 innings. And so, like you're saying, whatever you need, however you need them, these guys know they're coming in.